Hi, my name is Kylea Robb. I'm a senior manager at West Monroe, and I've been with the firm for about 5 years. Throughout my tenure here, I've had a couple of different roles, both external and internal. So my external roles, I started in our process optimization practice in our productivity team. So I worked on very specifically making sure processes were optimized within various industries, reducing waste, doing enablement with our clients. I've since transitioned back into consumer and industrial products, back into the manufacturing space. So I lead digital value creation initiatives, both the strategy and the enablement with our mid-market and upper mid-market clients. The internal roles that I really enjoy doing, I am the Women's Leadership Network lead for the Dallas office. I get to do education and connection across the firm, but also specifically within Dallas and our Dallas community. And last but not least, I am the long-serving chief of wine in the Dallas office. I get to do wine pairing, wine tasting events, and I do that both for our internal teams, but also for our clients. I'd say West Monroe's culture is really authentic. My favorite value at West Monroe is making work fun. And the way I think we're able to do that is showing up authentically as ourselves, as client experts. When we are joining a project team and when we are interfacing with clients, what we're ultimately doing is showing up as experts that we actually are. We are those business operations experts. We really understand the technology. We've really worked in that industry. And so when we're coming together to solve problems with our clients, either through workshops or solutioning or actually the implementation, we're showing up as ourselves. We are showing up as actually Kylea and not Kylea the consultant. I get to go in, make real relationships, make real friendships with my clients, make them part of the culture too, because that's half of my job, is serving these clients. So I think that makes West Monroe very special. We get to go be authentic both internally and with our clients and build really strong relationships. My favorite thing about working at West Monroe is the client relationships that I get to build. I remember when I was about to join consulting, my view of consultants were really a little different than what the reality is. I had only interfaced with consultants as strategy. They were these brilliant people that came into a room and left me a deck of something that I wasn't able to actually go execute. So coming into West Monroe, one of the things that I found is we don't do that. In reality, we are the promise makers and the promise keepers. We get to go in, develop these strategies, develop things that are based off our clients' actual goals, and then walk with them on the journey. I generally am not with a client for 6 weeks. I am with a client for 3 years. I get to go learn their business, listen to their problems, listen to where they want to be in the next 10 years, make a roadmap, and then go execute that roadmap with them. We get to develop these very long-lasting, very, very deep relationships because we're ultimately delivering exactly what we said we were going to do. We get to go actually build those results as a team with our client. I think it makes us really special, and it is the thing that I am most proud of working here. I am a big runner. That is one of my biggest passions in the world. And so at West Monroe, we not only have the ability to support people as they're learning about their career, we also support them as they're going through and doing their passions. It is not uncommon for me to have to ping my team and say, hey guys, I'm going to be a little bit late. This 10-mile run sucks way more than I thought it was going to. And that's very encouraged and very fine. I think the other thing from a supporting aspect though, our culture is really built around developing the next generation of leaders and supporting people in their stretch roles or as they fail forward. And so I think really the ability to support holistically, not just from a leadership down, but from an entire environment is the way that I have felt most safe here and most ability to advance here. So over the past 5 years, I've seen not only a shift of people who do look like me and do act like me and talk like me in leadership positions, but I've also become one of those leaders. I think the ability to not be afraid when you're going into those situations, when you don't see anyone that looks like you, is actually a big opportunity. I get to go make the norms. I get to go make the expectations of what a woman in leadership looks like. I get to go be that person for the next generation of women leaders to say, hey, no, this is what a leader looks like. This is what they act like. And that's okay. So don't be scared. Do it scared. And if you're interested in working here, check us out on westmonroe.com/careers, and we'll see you soon.